right, welcome back, everyone. Again, I know I hacked like crazy yesterday. Every day is better, 1% better every single day. I beat it, whatever I had, crushed leg day this morning. You can't keep me down. So anyway, I don't think I'll cough in this webinar. So as always, drop your questions, tickers in chat, hopefully. And well, not hopefully, I know a lot of you took advantage of number one watches yesterday, LCID and Rivian. They were glorious all through the day. And then, woo, we got us a week open. So oddly enough, and I know a lot of you may, if you're new, maybe you don't get this, remember, and I said it yesterday, I said, listen, these things are due for a pullback. Day trades, you gotta understand. I mean, Rivian doubled LCID. I mean, 200-300%, whatever the move is. Understand when these stocks start going parabolic, it's very risky to hold overnight. You sell gaps in after hours, you sell gaps in pre-market, but this is exactly what you want. Now, I know you're reading the tweets. All the genius short sellers, they were quiet yesterday. Didn't hear a peep yesterday. All of them on the EVs. They're all hiding under their bed, praying for a pullback on any of the EV plays, praying, but it was crickets. They all disappeared. They're like ghosts. Then today, as of 10 minutes ago, Rivian goes red, and they're back! Ah! They're like the boogeyman jumping out from under the bed. All of a sudden, they're back! Because Rivian is what, 1% red? Well, 8%, sorry. 8%. But the point is the same. I was a little off. The point is the same. They're all crowing, even though it's literally impossible for them to be green unless all they did. Remember, the only way you can be green on Rivian or LCID right now is if all you did was add with no stop. No stop. They're blue sky charts. All you're doing is adding and praying. Great risk management. Great risk management. That's all the stuff that Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett and Paul Tudor Jones and all of the greatest traders, that's what they teach you. Just keep adding, add to a loser and pray. Look up Paul Tudor Jones, maybe one of the greatest traders, Ed Sykota. All their work just boils down. Here's your cliff notes. All their work just boils down to add to a loser and pray. Anyway, what's my number ones for today? Red to greens on Rivian and LCID, and I don't need more. I'll trade the same freaking tickers every day until I die. If I'm 124 years old, because I plan on making it to 125, and I'm still trading LCID and Rivian red to greens and breakouts, I don't care. I'll be a happy man. It is the 17th. Number one, red to greens on EVs. Most focus on Rivian and LCID. But they're all the same. Ultimately, whether it's Go EV or PPSI or it just goes on and on. Tesla, there's too many of them. They're all the same setup at the end of the day. Walleye Gill says LCID, week open red to green. You know what, my man. Michelle asked about Prague. Man, Prague was beautiful yesterday. I mean, I got to admit, listen, I paid like zero attention to Prague yesterday because, again, you got these semiconductor plays, you got these EV plays, you can't watch them all. So, but I will say this, check out the Steady Trade team. This is another one, like remember I talked about this the other day with MRAM, M-R-A-M? Yo, listen, I've been 99% of my focus has been EVs the last 2 weeks. But Steady Trade team, they were all over MRAM earnings winner on Friday. It was a beautiful gap up yesterday, or Monday. Oh, the cough is still there. And then same with Prague. They were all over this VWAP hold high a day break on Prague. So what I would look for, dip and rips over pre-market highs. Not going to be my focus. I mean, listen, full disclosure, unless all of the EVs just get destroyed, I'm probably going to come back and say the same thing tomorrow. I'm going to be like, listen, Prague wasn't on my way. You got to focus. And he, as I always say, Confucius dropped one of my favorite trading quotes of all time. He who chases many rabbits catches none. But listen, if you're trading a dip and rip, fire away. PPSI coming back. Listen, PPSI, they dropped earnings last night and didn't get destroyed. I mean, PPSI down 4% post earnings. So I would be, I'd be looking at more on PPSI. This is, and we've talked about this is kind of that, where's my screen capture? Why don't I see it? There it is. This is a little more of that end of the week short squeeze play, but you can see those Oracle levels right there. Basically, Oracle's key in that 850 level, which was the high from yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon. So I think you get an 850 break, especially if all the other EVs turn around. I think you got something. Biggest thing I will say, remember, don't forget about PPSI. 4 million floater. Here we are a week and a half later, and this stock's still hanging around. So, is DWACK dead or alive? I'm going to keep saying the same thing on DWACK. I think this is what I want you doing. Run your news scan, okay? Listen, in StocksToTrade, I can create a new alert for new news. Watch your new headlines, okay? DWACK, new news. So I can create an alert, lets me know when there's new headlines. Keep an eye on it, but we need a Trump pump is what we need. I don't know where he's at. Listen, he had his shot to pump this social media SPAC, and it's, as far as I know, it's been crickets ever since. It's like, come on, man. You got SPACs have never been hotter. Social media, and you ain't out here pumping this thing. What are you doing? Quit playing so much golf and pump your SPAC. But until then, just watch for volume, watch for price action. But it's just, to me, it's just sideways grind. So somebody head on down to Palm Beach and tell him to start pumping his SPAC. Then we got something. TRT. I got to pick up my TRT, by the way. Thank you, Red Wine. That reminds me, I need to get my TRT for this week. Mediocre volume. Scamex stock. Break of 9. Again, what is this thing? Oh, it's a semiconductor play. Low volume semiconductor play. Look for breaks of 9. I think I would prefer you focus on plays with better volume. I know you'd be like, hey, Tim, it traded, yesterday it traded 6.5 million shares. In this day and age, that's not unusual volume. If you've been around the last year, it's like 6 million ain't squat. We routinely have stocks that trade 100, 200, 500, almost 1 billion shares a day. So I would say lean towards the liquid stuff, but I don't hate it. So TRT breaks of 9. Kind of low volume for 2021. A lot of ticker spamming for ZSAN. All right, let's take a look. So, oh, by the way, reminds me, Nicole has chosen to retire. This is how hard I work my assistants. I drove Nicole into retirement, and I got Alex back. So many of you remember the very early days. Alex was here in the day 1 of pre-market prep. So give me some thanks to Alex for helping me out, and hopefully I don't drive her to retirement. Well, I probably will. But we'll have a good time until she chooses to retire and leave me behind. That being said, she says a lot of you are ticket spamming me for ZSAN. Let's take a look at breaking news. COVID. What is one of the rules? What is one of the post-vaccine rules of pre-market prep? You guys know it. If you've been here, you know it. Nobody cares about COVID penny stocks. It ain't spring 2020 no more. Okay? Newsflash. It isn't March, April, May, June 2020 anymore. We got vaccines from billion-dollar corporations. No one cares about piece of crap, sketchy COVID penny stocks. And I've said it for 6 months. Do what you want. Okay? Do what you want. Me, I'm looking for squeezes on EVs. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but nobody cares about COVID penny stocks. Times change. The world moves on. Time waits for no man. Have a good day. Thank you, Alex. Everyone, again, thank Alex, and we'll see you next time. EVs, 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 I'm telling you. I mean, listen, I love this red open. Give me more. And let's burn them down this afternoon. Burn every one of those Cheeto fingers, basement-dwelling idiots shorting first red days on EVs. Burn them to the ground!